Here we are asked to find the tangent line at the origin. All right, so the origin, of course, is the point 0, 0. All right, so in order to do this, so the first step, now I do want to mention one thing. It is definitely 0, 0, because if you look at sine of 0 over 2, that gives you 0. So when it says at the origin, technically you're starting with x is equal to 0, then you plug in 0 into the function, and whether it's negative or positive, that function value is going to become 0, okay? All right, so we know with the tangent line, we have to find the derivative. And the thing with this function is that it's not just sine of x. So that means that we are going to have to use our chain rule. This is going to be the inner function. This will be the outer function. So our derivative, negative sine. The negative comes straight down. The derivative of sine is just cosine. Keep the inner fixed. Okay, so that's our derivative outer, keeping the inner fixed. Then we multiply that by the derivative of the inner function. Now, if you look at the inner function here, this x over 2, that is a linear function because it's x to the first power. So that really needs to stand out to you. It's a linear function, so we know we're going to use the coefficient. The coefficient on this x is 1 over 2. So this will be times 1/2. Now, we always like to put our trig at the end just for simplicity. So this negative and this 1/2 become negative 1/2 cosine x over 2. Now, in the previous problems, we were kind of done at that point. With this question, they're asking for the tangent line, so we are not done. We've got to come up with an actual equation. So we use our y minus y1 equals our slope times x minus x1. Now, here we have found our y1 value by plugging in the given x value into the function. We have 0, and our x value is 0 as well. Now, to find our m tangent, we take our derivative and we need to plug in the given x value, which is 0. So I have negative 1/2 cosine of 0 over 2, which is just cosine of 0. So on the unit circle, cosine of 0 is over here. The x coordinate is 1. So this cosine of 0 becomes 1, but then it's being multiplied by negative 1/2. So we find that our function evaluated at that derivative, or at that given x value is negative, or our derivative evaluated at that x value is negative 1/2. So we plug that in to our tangent line equation. So that is our tangent line equation, and it's kind of overkill with all these zeros, you guys. I mean, obviously this can be written as y is equal to negative 1/2 x. So either of those formats are fine, but you will definitely need to continue to practice with that tangent line. Now we use the chain rule and then plug into our tangent line definition.